Oh, right, we're now live. Okay. Right, I drag this crazy thing. And those of you who have listened to some of my previous attempts, I'm only learning how to do this. This is another learning process, another stab at it. If I could look at the camera instead of looking at the computer, that's, you know, you can't go anywhere, can't have any meetings. So what do vulnerable people do to get a meeting of some sort of contact, communication? Well, how many people are we talking about? Sadly, we're talking about 90% of people in Alcoholics Anonymous don't have the program, so they're at risk. You get people like me who know the benefits of step 10 on a daily basis when necessary. That helps me. And even so, I would think most people, um, I claim to be 27 years away from my drink. Um, you would think, well, it's pretty cool for you then, because you'll know loads of people. Well, a reasonable conclusion, a reasonable assumption. But the truth is that, as was said to me 25, 26 years ago, by the man who took me through the program, I had a remarkable experience with the revelations of step 4 and step 5. Anybody who's done cognitive behavioral therapy will relate. But even with that behind me, the reality of it is that when that occurred and when I had that experience with that man, following the clear cut decisions in the book, I must stress. It's the only way I know. And you have I went back to the man, I told the man what was happening at these meetings that I was welcomed at. And then I started talking about my experience with the program, and people turned against me, just ignored me, some of them. That's a bit strange when somebody who normally says hello to you then ignores you, and you're kind of like, oh, yeah. And you're just realizing that I was 40 years of age, but I realized just how immature I was. I had the mind of a 10-year-old, and maybe a bit harsh, but. And I was hurt by these people. Some people were downright rude, calling me a bully. You've become one of those big book thumpers. I'd heard the term, but wasn't sure what they were talking about. And hold on, and I was upset because, wow, I thought I've cracked it here. All my mates, all my pals can join me on this and have this wonderful experience, which of course I came to realise it was a spiritual experience because it inspired me. Simple as that, really. That's what spiritual means in Alcoholics Anonymous. Keep it simple all the time. Keep it simple. You can't beat it. And the man had to tell me. He said, John, the sad story is, the sad truth is, that if you talk this program in those rooms, where else would you talk it? You'll end up drinking coffee on your own. That was 26 years ago, 25. And it's a true statement I've heard in Alcoholics Anonymous, which is truly shocking. It's truly shocking. But here I am. I survived it. Still not had a drink. God knows I've been through some stuff in my recovery. It's, it's not been easy. Just normal life, normal as regards an alcoholic getting sober when his wife's still explain how she got off on me and how I rationalised and justified her behaviour. Hmm. I don't feel resentful about that because, God, I know what I was like. I now know clearly what I was like, and why would any sane person live with that? So there's something wrong with her. Yes, but don't tell her. It's like trying to tell an alcoholic, oh, so you're the alcoholic and you're now telling me that I'm the problem. That kind of stuff. And I've heard enough about it in 7 years, so maybe I should get a bit of respect for that. Bored with it. And that sadly is where most people walk away because they get frustrated and they get upset and they keep hearing the same thing time and time again about drinking and that and don't leave AA because you'll get drunk and all that. You know, kind of forcing you into this membership thing, threatening you that if you leave, you'll drink. And yet most people do leave. And they leave because they get to that point. The honeymoon period ends. Somebody had to explain that to me, what that meant. I have a clue. Just to give you an idea of where I was at the time. What's this honeymoon period? Whisper, whisper. Yeah, okay. Didn't want anybody to think I was stupid. Perfectly obvious was, to be more accurate, retarded in the classic sense of the word. The honeymoon period ends. So what happens? Nothing. You just walk away the way most people just walk away. God knows what happens. And I could, you know, I've got massive experience of taking people through this program. I've taken, don't hide your light under a bushel, said the man. So what does that mean? So he told me what it meant. So I started going along with it. And the reality of it is that 25 years later, it's got to be near 500 people through this program. And people gasp and say, my God, he really is sick, isn't he? He's got himself convinced he's taken nearly 500 people through this program. Yet, when you break it down and divide it by 15, or divided by 10, that's one a week. Divided by 15, so let's say 25 years, 25 into 500 goes 4. 20 people a year. Listen to a month. That's not a lot. It's not a lot at all. And that was over 15 years, which I think is pretty fair because me, I'm an old timer now. I'm an old admiral, to quote. Oh, I'll Stuart, the year of the cat. Good old. The old admirals who feel the wind and never put to sea. The frustration of it. And I get frustrated. I go to AA meetings now and people talk. You get a reputation. It's unspoken, of course. I'll stay away from him. He's one of these, and all of that dreadful stuff. And eventually, these sick people actually take over the meeting. They don't keep a check on newcomers and what's happening and how they're getting on. They just forget about them. Well, they're failures. We don't need failures. We don't want to talk about them because then people might start asking questions. We come here to share our experience, strength, and hope. Yeah, not on your life, pal. On your experience with a program. That's what we expect from you. So, if you've not got a meeting to go to, and you're hooked on meetings and you need a meeting, then listen in. If I manage to reach anybody, hope I do. But we're talking about the purpose of an AA meeting. The sole purpose of an AA meeting is to carry the message of Alcoholics Anonymous. The message of Alcoholics Anonymous is there is a solution. Where is the solution? It's in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, the first 103 pages. All right, that's cool. Nobody told me that. No, you won't hear that. If you're a newcomer, this will be the first time probably you've heard it, unless you're really lucky. Or you've come to Tuesday afternoon meeting in Luton and heard me talking about it, along with a few other people. Very special little meeting. Very special. Because it follows the AA directions. All right, so there you go. the sole purpose. No, not purpose. Sole purpose. All you should be talking about and all you should be doing is taking people through the program and then helping them afterwards, directing. This person that I'm talking about, me, is described in page 18 of the book. All right. Oh, good. So you can back it up. Yes, I can back up. Everything I say is in the book. Okay. And I hope I don't have to refer to my book, but I'm getting old. I'm getting old. 87, 67, 87. Oh, God. You got it. You really got it. Except this is serious. This is very serious. So the first question to the newcomer is, are you powerless? What does that mean? When you want to stop, can you? No. When you start, can you control the amount you drink? No. So if the answer to both those questions is no, then you might consider quite seriously that you've got a problem. And if you do, then you might need this solution. Right? So step one identifies the problem, powerlessness. Okay with that. All of 30 seconds. Right. So if you're powerless, then you will need a power. The people who wrote the book, they discovered a power. And the power was, sorry, I was distracted. So if you're powerless, you need a power. The people who wrote the book discovered a power. All right. And what is that? A power greater than yourself. Obviously. It's not obvious to some people. Yeah. And it seems so simple, some people think, well, it's so simple, it's ridiculous. If you're powerless, you need a power. Yeah, right, I do. These steps were written, the book was written, the steps were written by a bunch of experts. That's a fact. They'd have screwed up the 2-car funeral. That's a fact. They'd have argued where to put a full stop. That's another fact. I can back it up because I was that alcoholic. This was. I am no longer. By the grace of God, as is manifested in the 12-step recovery program of Alcoholics Anonymous. So step one, identifies the problem. Step two, identifies the solution. Evaluate yourself. People who wrote the book found the solution, a solution. Would you like to follow their path? Oh, how long will it take? Typical alky. How long will it take? Yeah. And it'll take you 2 days to take steps 4 to 9. Some of these people in those rooms speak it sounds like it'll take years to do it. And you have to do this, you have to practice 12 steps every day. And God, it sounds like, just like a mountain. And that's why I walked away. And I drank. Yeah. It wasn't your fault, mate. It was their fault. Their fault for not talking about the program as it is in the book. Clear-cut, precise instructions. Little Laurie on the East Coast, Chelmsford. Don't forget that message. You've been educated. And some of them need to be educated, especially the ones who are old timers, not a clue about the program. But they demand the right to talk their stuff, even though it's dangerous. And I don't mind calling them out because they need to be called out. Constructive criticism is called, as opposed to being judgmental. So it's going to take 2 days to take steps 4 to 9. Yeah. If you make the decision, then we'll launch you on a course of vigorous action, which will culminate in culminate. You will take steps 4 to 9 over a 2-day period. You will take them. You don't do them, you take them. Big difference. Big difference. And you don't practice the first 9 steps. They're in the past tense. Once they're done, they're done. You never have to get back to them. Unless, of course, you relapse and resume. or you have the privilege of taking people through this program. These are facts. These are not my opinion. These are AA facts. All right. It's going to take 2 days to take 4 tonight. Yes. Part of which is a moral inventory, launching out in the course of vigorous action. You're launched and it's going to be vigorous. The launch, you're not coming back, buddy. All right, okay. Just imagine the ship sliding down there. All right, fine. Okay with that. You're okay with that? Right, fine. So you make a list, and there's moral inventory, moral looking for the truth. Right. So you take an A4 paper, and on the A4 paper, about a couple of inches in, you draw a line down. On the other side, a couple of inches in, draw a line down. Draw a line across the top. So and then 5 lines down, draw a line across. So you get boxes. You get a box. The cause in the top right corner affects my. Right, okay. You make a list. You make the list of the people you resent. That's all you do. I resent my mum. 5 lines, draw a line. I resent my father. I resent my brother. All the people you resent, you don't like. All the people, when you think about them, you get a bad thought. It's as simple as that. And nothing's too small. Nothing's too small. And you never get stuck. You never get stuck. So you get this list of names. No problem. You also write down a list of institutions that you resent. There's quite a few of them. Excuse me. Coming from my background, there's a lot of governmental stuff. From my mum's pension thing that she got, because my father decided to shake off this mortal coil when I was 10 years old and left her with 5 kids. And he was probably an alcoholic. Not nice. This was, she was left in poverty basically, and relying on the government and the state. So a lot of resentment against these institutions. So yeah, same idea early in the line, and do that one column, then you go over to the next column, the cause of the resentment, and you're not writing out the whole reason. You're just writing a few, what they call, whatever words, trigger words or whatever, just because you're going to discuss it. And just a few words just to give you the trigger. And you follow through on that column. And also with the institutions. Sorry, I forgot. Forgive me, I forgot. After the institutions, there's the principles that you resent. What's that mean? I remember I said that to man. What's that mean? Principles. Rules in life you don't like, John. Beautifully put. Yeah, you're dead right. I don't like this. Don't like this. I don't like that. So that's don't like it. Most alcoholics identify with that. The rules in life that we don't like. So there you go. The centre column, I write down the reason why I resent them, the cause. No need to write a whole story because we're going to discuss it. I'm trying to remember what the word is for what you do with these just little reminder type things. There's a modern day phrase for it. But it's basically just little reminders, what people did. So you get that sorted. What I've found over the years is to stick to the people. Complete that first. Then you'll see, you'll be more inspired of the institutions and the principles in life. People are the most important. We want to keep your attention. So right, deal with the people. I resent my mother because of the way she treated me, and I was frightened of her, and she was physically violent towards me. And all that stuff. You know, horrible, dreadful, dreadful. And that's a good example. No, horrible. Sorry, I've got that done. Right, so completed. I have it. Once I've completed it, you write down the cause, and then you write down the part of you affected. Was it my personal relations? Was it my sexual relations? Was it my security? Was it my wallet, money? Whatever it comes to. And actually completed that aspect of step 4, the people you resent. Was it the person, the cause, and the part of your fate? And you consider it with the man, because you should be at the man's house, or he should be at your house. That's the best way. You consider it with the man. You sit down, you consider it, you talk over it, and you cut through all the nonsense and all the rubbish. And, well, if you hadn't done this, I wouldn't have done that. No, we're not talking about, we're talking about you. What did you do? Regardless of how much you can rationalise and justify it. And I learned what that meant after step 4. Everybody who takes step 4 learns about that. So I was rationalising and justifying. Yes, that's what you were doing. That's probably your wife was as well. You get to realise so much about yourself, and it so much applies to other people as well. More accurately, your wife, the person that you know best. So at least you think you know best. You know, dear. I speak through experience. Very bitter stuff. So right, so we get that sorted, and we realise that there's people who have wronged us and not nice people, and we have to try and find at some point some way of forgiving those people. Though there are people who are unforgivable, who do horrible things to people, and there is no justification for it. So there's no need to go and make amends to such people. No need at all. I stress that. You don't have to make amends to everyone that you resent, because some of them are justifiable. So there you have this. You go back to the list that you've got. You say, what? And you set aside the wrongs of others. You resolutely look for your part. Where were you at fault? What was your mistake? Who was you harmed? And, resolutely, strong ones, strong ones. And you then start to see, so that person reacted towards me because of my behaviour. Yes. And that's when you get this picture, this image of this. That's how you get this list of the people you have harmed. Who have I harmed? So there's people I've got to pray for. There's people now I'm looking at it honestly, and I'm seeing people that I need to go and make amends to. I need to apologise to these people for the various things that have come up in this step 4. That's okay, fine. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to, obviously, it takes time. It takes time, but it doesn't hold you back. So you've got the sexual conduct. That's another one as well. Not so good. Not so good. Just like kids in this region just didn't have any sort of responsibility at all. Absolutely no morality, amoral stuff, just like children. And could well be some people that you need to go and make the direct amends to. You might have to consider seriously whether you go and make amends to your wife for it. Revealing stuff that perhaps you might not even have suspected. And there's other ways of making amends to your wife, like not drinking again and behaving anymore, loving in considerate fashion. Loving inverted commas. So that should be pretty clear to you. That you don't go off to your neighbour and apologise for having sex with his wife, because he might not know, and he may harm other people. It's a good example. So you got to be careful with that. You got to be careful with that. Fears. Well, it's not so much fears. Your fears. I'm frightened of barking dogs. I don't like barking dogs. I'm frightened of flying. I've got fear of flying. It's a rational fear. And I suppose that's when you look at what's rational, what's irrational. You know, and there's different things for different people. But it's being fearful, full of fear. Having a look at them and keeping on top of that. And that's an interesting one. But this is what you're doing on a daily basis. I think that's it. Scared up. And so that's steps 1 and 5. That's fine. You return home. You've been at the man section. You take down the book and you look through the first 5 proposals. And any problems, get it. So as I say, the bottom of page 76, I think it's, or 75. You check. You're walking through the. You're building an arch. And you're walking through this arch, and there's a built safely, soundly, the correct amount of sand and cement and stuff. And me being at the actual mental age I was at, I just, yeah, no problem. Yeah. And there was no problem. If you're not willing to take a couple of days off work, so there you go. It's down to you and the man. You don't want to be dragging these things out. You've watched out the course of things action. So that brings us to steps 8 and 9. Made a list of people we had made past steps. First 9 steps are in the past steps. That's important. Made a list of people we said. Let's look at steps 8 and 9. And you go and you talk to the man about the wisdom of it. Do I go and apologise to my neighbour for having sex with his wife? No, do I do it? Yeah, well, very worthwhile. In the main, good perception. Some people didn't even have a clue. What are you doing, George? Shut up, let's just go for a drink and have a. And I've got a good, whatever you can do with this, and check it out. Yeah, he said that. Yeah, he said that. Told the old man, 69 years of age, and he's not even got the book then. He's kind of, he's winging it as well. So what's that? Maybe even before that, when this all happened, and some of the stuff she'd done to cover up for her own stuff, because she became seriously intimidated by this program, and my children suffered. I'm going back 27, 25 years, but it still is affecting us now. I can only do what I can do. There's one thing I can't do. I can't carry on playing the game of denial and let's not. Let's just deny that stuff. I can't do that anymore. And I can't have a relationship with anybody who's in that kind of free. Go into what usual normal people do is just go into denial. You know, we'll have an argument about it every New Year or every Christmas. We'll get the family together and we'll have a big social thing. And because I know that it's the truth through steps 4 and 5, which has set me free. You know, the truth will set you free. You keep this personal inventory, this diary, any business that does, you will benefit from it. Guaranteed you'll benefit. Most people suffer, and it's hugely important. Step 8. That's the other one as well. It's 10, 11. Step 8. Step 11. Sought through prayer and was in the power to carry that. Wow. Sought through prayer and meditation. Prayer is prayer. loads of different ways. Some people just talk to God. That's fine. We Catholic guys like me can say certain prayers, and all sorts of people, all sorts of different ways. Becoming an alchemist, I would probably think, oh yeah, meditation and yeah, bouncing up and down, and oh yeah, yeah, chanting and bouncing up and down, and mattresses and whatever, all that kind of stuff. Fact, interpretation, don't you think? Round of applause for John. Yeah, to think deeply. We feel the way we feel because of the way we think. If we do it. So it's that cognitive behaviour therapy stuff as well. Well, dear God, they were way ahead of the game, these alkies, weren't they? Way, way ahead of the game. Astonishing. That Jordan Peterson, the guy who's really up with this other woman, and he's done something about the 12 steps of life. So, well, how have I done that a couple of days? I wouldn't be surprised if he responded, but I wouldn't be surprised. Somebody pointed it out to him. Look at this guy. You've got 12 rules of life, I think it is. And here he's talking about 12 steps. These alkies. I don't look at it to be fair and balanced with it. But I think it'd be well shocking. Truly, utterly shocking. And yet there you are. To think deeply. My God. And you're an expert. And I deeply resent it. And it's justifiable. Sole purpose of an AA is to, you know how to practice 10 hours. Good. Yes. And that is a promise that you will get. I have. And speaking through experience. But I think what's astounding is that I'm astounded. That, I mean, this is the reality of it. It's fine today. Yeah. Sorry. Chapter 5. You'll find everything I said in there. Basically talking about steps 4 and 5. Yeah. So you want to find out what they done. Chapter 5. So I want to find out how they done it. The title, how it works. Oh wow. Right, fine. So you're going to give me instructions. Yeah. So it's not a book of suggestions. But then he offers to teach you how to drive. Yeah. He will then instruct you on what you need to do. So initially it was a suggestion, but now it's an instruction. And it's the exact same thing with this book. Up until we make the decision, action. If you're launching out a course of vigorous action, then they need to be there because they're the ones who know what to do with it. All right. Okay. Chapter 5. There's a solution. Fine. I never mentioned another page. It's in possession of the big page. Big page. Steps. Yeah. You never have to return. You never have to return to them unless, of course, you relapse and resume, or you have the privilege to take someone through the program. I've said that before. It's worth repeating. Apologies. And you just check in with a man on a daily basis with your inventory as it is, and there's no personal inventory. Of course. Business that doesn't take inventory, any business, they're heading for trouble. I don't recommend it. Although the great thing about the first 9 steps is it will keep you coming back because you know if you relapse, oh man, I should have, I didn't. That's why. And one of my attempts, and he got great deal of help from him. He rings, I should have done more. So, first 9 steps. you know that to be the case. So when anybody tells you anything different, well, it's not. It's not about. Look, it's not about. Thanks. But as far as carrying the message of Alcoholics Anonymous, they're a total failure. Nothing's astounded when I heard that. How can that possibly be? But that was it was just new to me. I was finding my way. They could have and should have and would have and whatever else. But they should, yeah, right, it's okay. No, it's okay because that's where it was for me. And then I just started finding the way and learning from it. And my elders were, it's in the book, but God bless them.